Dan and I were standing around the kitchen island having breakfast the other day, and out of nowhere he turned to me and asked, "Do you ever remember being so poor that you didn't even have a sweater?" Now, this isn't an odd question per se, because we often talk about where we came from and how little we had growing up, financially at least. Based off the things we've talked about, I really think he expected me to say yes. But I said, "You know what? I actually don't." Instead, I told him about this experience I had when I was about 8 years old. At the beginning of the school year, our school gave us a voucher for the local thrift store so we could go back to school shopping. It must have been a program that they offered the low-income families in the district. I think it was a partnership with the local Salvation Army, if I remember correctly. Well, anyway, we headed to the thrift store with our voucher in hand. I remember walking in and just looking at the rows and rows of clothes. After a few moments of looking around with my mom, picking some stuff out as she carefully compared prices to stay within the amount written on the piece of paper, she handed the women working there the voucher. They complimented us on our choices but informed us that everything we had chosen was actually half off that day, meaning we had only used up half our voucher. The women then split up and walked down the aisles with us individually. They asked us questions about what we liked, what our favorite colors were, etc. As they listened to us, they gave personal recommendations and picked things off the racks that they thought we would like. It was like having a personal shopper. Not the type of experience you would expect to have at a secondhand store. Then, we went into the dressing rooms to try out the things they had picked for us as they waited outside. In the pile of clothes chosen for me was a red sweater. When I came out of the dressing room with it on, the woman helping me said, "Oh my gosh," and made a huge deal about how great this sweater looked on me. "That sweater was made for you," she said. It was the first time I had ever heard this expression. I thought it was a funny thing to say, but I remember how good it made me feel about myself. When we went back to the register, the woman said, "Wouldn't you know it, those things are half off too." We still had a little more left on our voucher. That went on for a while. We would walk up to the register and they would say, "There's still a little more," until we had everything we needed. I wonder if that's where my love of thrifting was born, inside that secondhand shop. Well, I don't remember participating in that specific program again, and I don't know what became of it or of that woman who helped me personally. But I think of her, and I wonder if she knows the impact she made. I think of her kindness, how kind she was to someone who literally could not repay her, and I hope to live a life like that. I want to be more like the woman who chose that red sweater for me. So no, I don't remember being so poor I didn't have a sweater. As a matter of fact, I had a red one. And you know what? I don't think I'll ever forget it.